wanna, but you don't wanna give it to me. You say you need it, but you don't wanna give it to me. You say you wanna, but you don't wanna give it to me. You say you need it, but you.
We are going live, live, live from Colorado. We're going live, going live. We're going live with Malcolm, with Malcolm. What is happening today? I'm still trying to make sense of this weird, wacky world that we are in right now. I saw there's a lot of viral things going on. I saw a bear that had nunchucks, proving that everyone is more prepared for this apocalypse than I am. Will and Jada made a big splash. I think it's funny that this is the first sort of L for Will Smith. I think it's funny that people make fun of him, being that they would still trade places with Will Smith. A lot of you would trade places with Young Berg. So I know you would trade places with the Fresh Prince. A lot of you had to Google Young Berg, and once you found out, you still would take that trade if it was possible. Trump wore a mask, one of those masks, for the first time, I guess publicly, since this thing was declared a hoax by him. A lot of you didn't believe the story about Stormy Daniels and Trump having abortions and things like that. I think if there's no greater proof that this man is for abortions, it's the fact that he wouldn't wear protection until after we all got fucked. That's my opinion about it. Stormy Daniels. Speaking of things that opened too early and regretted it, Gavin Newsom has declared that LA is going to be shutting down again. They're going to be shutting down, I guess, restaurants and wine sipping things, which is weird. I didn't know people were sipping wine right now. How much of a fucking cocksucker are you that you're at wine tastings during a pandemic? You fucking asshole. Honestly, who's sipping? Wine sipping should be they just hand you a bucket of wine and you drink it all and go, was that a chateau? That's how a wine tasting should go, in my opinion. That's my thoughts about wine tasting. Those are my bits. I'm just making up shit until Quinta gets here. I don't know if you guys know this, but Tucker Carlson fired his writer for making racist and misogynistic remarks. Sorry. Tucker Carlson hired his writer for making racist and misogynistic remarks. By the way, guys, what would we do if the cure for COVID was found inside of racism? You know what I mean? Oh, there goes Quinta. You'd probably just be like, America, it was inside of you the whole time. This episode is brought to you by fireworks. If you want to show someone you're still an asshole, use fireworks after the 4th of July. 4th of July fireworks after 4th of July, sponsored by the LAPD. Okay, here we go. We got Quinta in the building. Guys, I want you to know that I love you. It's a weird world. Hi, Quinta.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good. I've been doing weird bits. I tried bits for the first time today. It's usually completely unplanned. Now I did topical things.
I liked your firework talk.
Thank you.
It's a good bit. I thought that was good.
I thought it was a solid bit. How did you get to? Now you're a comedy writer, right? Did you start out in comedy? How did you get your start?
Yeah, I started out in comedy. I started out in improv and sketch. So after my first improv class, I think in Second City, I had a teacher who suggested I start writing, and I already had interest in writing, and yeah, that's how I started.
Now, there was an article that just came out in the New York Times about how white the sketch comedy community is. Were you just as surprised by that article as I was?
I was so shocked. I couldn't believe it. I was like, there's no way, because I'm there, so it can't be.
It can't be.
It can't be. It can't be true.
Where did you get your start? Where are you from? I don't know where you're from. I don't know anything about you, so this part will be me going like, here's some stuff that I may know and may not know that people may not.
Yeah. I'm from Philly.
Hey!
And yeah, I kind of started out comedy in Chicago though, and then went back to Philly, and then moved to LA, and then really took it seriously.
Were you making money doing comedy in Philadelphia? Did you have like a side hustle? Like what was the Quinta day to day in Philly at that time?
I was in college, and I joined like my college improv team, and at the time, like Facebook had just become very, very big. Like Facebook had maybe been around for like 4 years at that point, but I actually had a show on Facebook long time ago, not the way there's Facebook Watch now, but my own little show called The Rant, where I'd rant about stuff on the campus. So, and I'd have a special guest who was some obscure person from campus, like I had the hottest guy on campus, or one time I had the lunch lady from the the like cafeteria or whatever. And that's kind of how I started in digital comedy, wanting to create shows, etc.
What was the premise of this show? You would just have whoever you wanted, because it sounds like a weird show to just have random guests on whenever you want.
The idea was I ranted about whatever was bothering me on campus that my community at Temple University could identify with. So it was so long ago, but I think I would talk about like our the 7-Eleven on campus always ran out of churros, and so that was an issue for me, and I ranted about that. And I did it for a while without breathing, and I didn't write it down, and then I would have a special guest. Why do you have so many
Arabic followers?
Yeah.
No clue. My only guess is that Timeless, a show I did, I'm guessing something that must have got released there recently or something. I have no clue, and I haven't found the right translation software to get you to figure out what everyone's saying. I think it's all kind of nice, kind of mean. I don't know yet. I can't tell. What if you had a show called The Rant right now? What would your topic of the day be?
Life, existence. There would be too much to rant about. I'm too old now. My life is too big. Like it was fun when it was on campus, and I was just talking about my nuclear experience of life, which was just being in college on a campus. But now I'm an adult, and I'm worried about everything, every single thing, and so I would have to rant about Trump and capitalism and systemic racism and systemic oppression. Nobody really wants to hear that, or I don't want to do it. Let me just say I don't feel like doing it.
Yeah, that was the thing about this show. I was like, I wanted something to talk with people about stuff. Like that's why a lot of the first couple guests were like big friends of mine. But I was like, I don't want to talk about the thing that everyone's talking about. It's too obvious, and it's too, how do we figure it out?
It's exhausting.
Yeah, it's a lot. For those that are new to who you are, who very popular has been the Black Lady Sketch show, but you had a bunch of your voices of everything. We're gonna get to the future stuff that you're doing, but I want to go back to your start or some of the earliest parts of it. I looked up something. We're gonna play a segment called Earliest Credit.
Okay.
And just so you know, none of these segments are real. I make them up.
Yeah.
As I'm going, depending on how much I've been drinking. So this first one is called Earliest Credit. So what I try and do is I try and go to IMDb and see people's earliest credit and see if I can pull something interesting.
Oh my God.
I looked up a credit. Can you guess what this credit is? Guess what your first credit there on IMDb is?
I think it's either something called Temple Smash or it's something called Mnet. No?
It's both of those. That's exactly. The first one is Temple Smash. I looked throughout it, could not see you through there at all.
So Temple Smash was my campus's sketch show. It was my Temple University's SNL. And it aired on public access television. And it was super cute, super low budget, terrible. It was awful, but that's what you do in college. And I hosted it. I hosted it 1 year.
Yes. Okay. There we go.
Yeah, I hosted it episode. They would have a host and everything and like a special guest. It was like SNL but for the school.
That's lovely. I love this. Okay, so
Yeah.
here's the other couple things. I feel like you were the first one of the first people to get popular off of new media, off of creating media. What inspired you to do this, and what was probably your sort of earliest projects other than that? What was your first big sort of digital projects in sort of new media and social media?
Definitely on Instagram, actually. I had a series called The Girl Who's Never Been on a Nice Date, and that just started as me playing around with my friends, and Instagram video had just come out.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was out already, but it wasn't quite apparent that you could like become a Vine star or a digital star at that point. You know what I mean? There were YouTubers, but Vine and Instagram video were kind of new, and so I was just fooling around with the platforms. And Instagram is where my videos took off and kind of turned, you know what I mean? Like I serialized it after the first video went viral.
Mm-hmm.
And virality was different then too. Like Instagram didn't have the share functions the way it does now. You had to tag someone in it. I don't even know if you could text a video to someone at that point or just rip the video from the platform. So that was like the first big thing. And from there, I went on to experiment with some other things. Experimented with YouTube, but that was never really my platform. Like I never really enjoyed making things for YouTube. And then I kind of linked up with BuzzFeed Video, which was like booming at the time, and started working there mainly because I needed a job, but it also provided me the opportunity to like make more comedy, put myself in these videos, and kind of create new storytelling. So
now, what was BuzzFeed? Because I thought I could do some research, but then I decided not to do any. I
you
noticed.
said, what was it?
I said, what exactly was BuzzFeed? This is what I know. I started looking up your stuff, right? And there was Quinta versus everything, right?
Yeah.
And then there was also Broke, and so I think Broke is what happened when they let more Black people in your videos, or like.
Those are my friends I called because they didn't work there. I called them, I was like, come do this.
Yeah, it was really dope. What is the difference? Okay, one, what was your experience like in BuzzFeed? And two, what is the difference in being on a white set and a black set as someone who is like creating work? Those are two very different questions, but
I know those
came up.
Those are
very different questions.
Answer them at your own.
Answer at your own.
Those are years apart in my mind. Those two questions come for two different phases of life, but. BuzzFeed was cool. I had a good experience at BuzzFeed in the video department. BuzzFeed is a large company with many different departments, and there was video, and there was editorial, and then there was New York, LA, other cities. Like I think it was in like, I don't even know, 20 cities or something like that. And in my department, video department in LA, I had a very good experience, but I was able to kind of do what I wanted to do. And while it was a job, my position was very creative. So I got to help the company create new ways of storytelling. So that led to projects like Broke, which just started out as a video, as a simple video, but then was turned into a series. Same thing with Quinta versus everything. It was like concepts that grew into series. Like you kind of could look at them like backdoor pilots, so to speak. Mm-hmm. But that wasn't the intention at first. That's just as the company grew, I was able to grow as a creator and then sell projects and stuff like that.
How were you able to find your voice there? I mean, there's a lot of different people trying to figure out how they become writers, how they become actor writers, how they, make their way in the industry. How were you able to make your way and find, because a lot of your content is like stuff that you clearly had the idea for, put yourself in, were able to gather people around. How were you able to do it?
To me, it was a no-brainer. I feel like if you can come into a space and not really sacrifice your voice ever, then you get to keep it the whole time. So I kind of came in the door with BuzzFeed knowing who I was. Like the people in charge at that time were familiar with my internet videos, The Girl Who Has Never Been on a Nice Date. So they knew what they were getting, and they kind of knew what I was going to supply, and I didn't pull back on that. I think I did retool my voice for the platform, which I think any creator has to do. Like if you're making a show, you know that show is going to look different on HBO than what it'll look like on NBC. So I think me working with BuzzFeed was another version for that. Their entire thing at that time with the video platform was relatability. So you wanted to make videos that were easy to share, easy for anybody to understand. A deaf person, someone in another country, they needed to be simple. So it was really about putting my voice into that framing, which is what I think it's important for all of us as creators, especially marginalized creators, to do.
How has it been trying to find your voice, I guess, as a Black woman within this comedy community, and which is not dominated by that voice? Like, how have you been able to do that? And I guess piggybacking off that last question, what is it like being able to have, you have the Black Lady Sketch Show? What is it like being able to create with your peers as opposed to sort of finding your voice and being this person that finds your voice in a different way a lot of times, based off being...
I feel like I never really had to find my voice. If anything, having my voice already has made my experience more difficult. It's not really easy for me to wave in and out of, okay, I won't have my voice today. I pretty much bring my voice anywhere I'm going. So that means I don't work on certain projects, or I don't work with certain people, or I don't want to work in any environment where I have to stifle my voice. So I think for me, it's been about maintaining my voice through all of this and not finding it, which means saying no to certain things, turning down things where I think people would be like, why wouldn't you take that money or whatever? But I don't want to, because it would stifle my voice, and I want to be a creator and create what I came to make. And then like with the sketch show, for instance, that's an excellent opportunity to work with other people. And I'm not a writer or a creator of this sketch show, so I'm just an actor there. So to me, I bring my style to that, my acting style, and it's nice for that to play off of the other women, off of the writing. That's just something we do as actors, I believe, is bring our own choice and take to the material.
You have a couple credits here. I think you've worked with Larry Wilmore a couple times, or what was this that he did? Yeah, what is this?
So we worked on a show together, me, Larry, and Jermaine Fowler, who is, you know Jermaine?
Not personally, but yes, sketch comedy guy. Superior Donuts, was that him?
Yes, yeah. So we worked on another show together for CBS, and that was kind of an example of what I'm talking about here, where CBS wanted a multicam sitcom. We were creating a multicam sitcom for them. I'm not a big multicam fan, but I thought, how can I implement my voice into this medium? And that was hard to do with CBS, I'm not gonna lie. Like, CBS has a certain way of presenting and doing things, and they're reaching out to a certain audience. So there were times when, my take on something was a little bit too raunchy or too honest or not Midwest enough. So eventually that project didn't wind up going, which personally I think was a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
For all of us. For me in particular, I wouldn't have been able to do the sketch show if that show went to air. And I think I would have been a little unhappy, not with Larry or the project or anything. It's just like, if I was on a multicam show for like, I don't know how many seasons, I think I would start to get bothered.
Get nuts. You get punch drunk.
You've been there, and I know I'm not interviewing you, but you've been there, and is that hard to...
Sitcoms are super easy, but you get bored super easily.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you really only shoot like Thursday and Friday.
Right.
Like, you do run-throughs like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? And it's all like, if you know your style, it's just whatever. You do a joke, you tell it, you go ba-da-ba-da-ba.
Exactly.
And then you go do something else, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But if you want to like really create stuff, like, you're gonna get bored. I've done great shows where I just got bored. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You just want to do different things,
Exactly. And I think with that show, I would have lost my ability to do different things, and I think I would have gotten bored easily. And it was difficult working with what CBS wanted, and they know what they want, and they're good at what they do. But it's not what I think I want to put out in the world. But it was an excellent learning experience, and working with Larry and Jermaine continues to be the best thing. I work with Larry now and stuff, and Jermaine too.
There's a good question I have, and I have to get the charger for my computer, and I don't have a good segue.
Okay. I'll just talk to the people. Hi, people. Hi. Someone said, Quinta, was this before the Viacom merger with CBS? So it was before the Viacom merger. I wonder if things would have been different after that. I wish I saw you in Brooklyn pre-COVID. I wish I saw you in Brooklyn pre-COVID too, because I don't know if I'm ever going to be in Brooklyn post-COVID on the state. I don't know.
Oh, do you go out? Do you go out to places? Have you been out? Shit is crazy. We're in a pandemic. Huh?
I take coronavirus very seriously and have been taking it seriously since it touched down in Wuhan. I don't know why, but the first article I ever saw about it scared me to death. So that was way back in December. And I've been taking it very seriously since. So my boyfriend and I, we don't like go out unless we need to. And when we do, it's super safe. We social distance, we wear masks, we don't play. I've at this point seen Corona take people out, and
Yeah.
I just don't. I'm not interested in playing any games with Miss Corona.
No, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. I don't know. How are you staying sane right now? Like, I feel like maybe it's a little easier when you have people in the house. But what are you doing? Well, how are you making sure you're not going crazy?
So, I've been playing a lot of Mario Party, a video game. That do you know Mario Party?
We played Barrio Kart, where we just you have to finish drinking a beer. Barrio Kart? It's like Mario Kart, but with beer.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you just drink.
We just have an alcohol problem, so it's kind of. No, I've been playing Mario Party. I feel like a lot of people got this thing in quarantine that they chose to be the thing to disengage with. For a lot of people, it was Animal Crossing.
Okay.
It came out at that time, and that people just. For me, it's been Mario Party. It's something about the ease of it. It's just a board game. You can play by yourself. It's been helping me to stay sane when I become incredibly anxious. Besides that, I've just been trying to remind myself constantly that I'm grateful to have my health. I'm grateful to be able-bodied. I'm grateful to have like a roof and over my head and a TV to watch. Like, it's been like waking up and reminding myself to be grateful for what I do have, and instead of being like, I can't go out, I can't do this, I can't do that. I just am trying to be fortunate here.
Is it still possible to be funny during a pandemic?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Wow.
I think it's. I don't know. It's hard. Everything's such a fucking joke. The jokes are being written for you. But yeah, I think it's possible. I mean, I think it takes a little bit of extra effort. And I think now's a good time for funny people to really figure out how they can attack the system. Like, This is a good time for us to start exercising, how do we really attack, like, the government? How do we attack this shit instead of pulling away from it? I don't think we have that luxury anymore, like not talking about the stuff that's going on. I think talking about it will make us funnier.
Yeah. How do you feel? How are you keeping your spirits up? It's have you gotten fatigued? I feel like the world is weirdly getting normal / there's also fatigue, and I wonder if the fatigue isn't making people pretend that things are normal or what, you know what I mean?
I feel absolutely fatigued. I'm so tired every day. It's hard for me to jumpstart to do work, which normally is not hard for me. I'm a worker by nature, but this is the first time in my life I've had a hard time actually getting into the groove of doing things. So I'm definitely experiencing fatigue. I don't know the exact reason why, but yeah, I'm going through that.
I feel like all of them are reasons why. Everything that happens every 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think there might be something there. There might be something to what you're saying there. Yeah, absolutely.
It's immensely traumatic.
You're on Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter absolutely fatigues me. I've started to kind of be like, I have to take that part out of the equation, and that helps a little bit. But reading everyone's thoughts in the news, and then the lack of thoughts on the news, all that has become too much, and it's like it's draining my brain. So social media has like been taking me out, I think.
Well, yeah, man, it's a lot. You know what I mean? There's a lot to think about. I think you're a thoughtful person. There was the way that we met was funny, which was that we met on New Negroes.
Yes.
Right? I think
Yeah.
we might have come in contact a couple times, but I think we did the stand-up show New Negroes.
Yes.
And you did. You're an actual stand-up. I'm just around funny people.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing stand-up?
Since 2014.
Really?
Yeah, I started it after my manager actually suggested that I try stand-up to kind of round out my career as a comic, because at the time I was becoming known for digital comedy, which was fine, but he kind of was like, you know, people need to know that you're a full, you know, actor, actress, and comic. So he's kind of suggested trying stand-up, and I did, and I loved it, and I wanted to get better at it and get good at it. But it definitely felt like a natural thing. Like, okay, I feel natural on this stage, and we'll continue doing this. But yeah.
How are you able to diversify yourself in the entertainment industry? And is that one of the reasons why you were assistant art director on Dusty and the Desert Rose?
I was assistant art director, on Dusty and the Desert. I kind of started out doing PA work just to be closer to sets. So I PA'd a movie in Philly, and then when I came here, a friend told me that she was working on a production that needed a PA, an art PA, and I was like, yeah, I'll do that. It was going up to film at Four Aces, you know that place?
What is that?
And it's this set in the desert that it's like a hotel set in the desert. It's also a gas station and like restaurant. So many movies were filmed. You'll like look it up in a little while, but like it's just iconic. And so many things were filmed there, and I can't think of everything right now. The only thing I can think of is the Beyonce and Lady Gaga music video, Telephone, but so many other things. But yeah, and I was like, anything I can do to be closer to sets, you know, I just wanted to be closer to that world. And so being a PA really fulfilled that for me early on. And now looking back and thinking about your question, I think more people should do that, like take positions on sets just to know how they work, to understand the workings of a set. It helped give me such a respect for like gaffers and the art department and everyone who's behind the scenes making things happen. So I think that's important in diversifying your experience in this industry.
What is your favorite? And then this is where I just ask normal people questions. I don't try and get deep or anything. I call it Fan Quest, right? Right.
Is this also a brand new segment, or did you?
Sure, I think I've done it once, maybe.
All right,
I just kind of go with the flow. What is Laser Wolf, and why is it spelled funny?
Laser Wolf is a cartoon on Adult Swim written by Henry the Worst, which is his Instagram name, not his real name. It's about a laser. It's about a wolf with a laser on his back, and it's spelled weird because people like when things are spelled weird.
Great. You know what? We'll blend this into a segment I call 5 quick questions. All right, and
okay.
they're all just questions that I ask really quickly.
I'm sweating.
All right. So hot in here. What was the Millie Rock thing, and did you know it was going to get so famous?
No, I didn't. It was a stupid idea. We had a green screen. I made that at BuzzFeed. We were bored. I wanted to Millie Rock across different backgrounds in the world.
How many times have you told music video directors that you don't want to Millie Rock since that has gotten popular?
How many? In 17 million? I had a random number out of my ass. I don't know. Every single time.
What is your favorite sketch, digital or network television?
No, period.
Period.
My favorite sketches ever are the Jeopardy sketches from SNL. The
really?
ones with Will Ferrell. I could watch them over and over and over and over again. I don't know why. I think they're perfectly written sketches. they get me every single time. Like, I don't know what the ending is going to be. I think they're perfect. I think they're perfectly written.
What is the favorite sketch you've ever been in?
This dumb ass sketch I made at BuzzFeed, I think this is true, where I trip. And it's just a video where I trip, but all of your fears come true after you trip. So, like, my third grade crush is there, and he's like, I don't want to be with you because you tripped. And, like, it's very stupid. Everyone comes and makes fun of me. It's like that moment when you trip and you're like, no one saw that, but everyone saw that. And it's one of my favorite things. I love expanding the tiniest moment into a big fiasco. So that's one of my favorite things I've ever been in.
All right. Now we get into we're gonna top three here. Top three things that are that you're loving, that are awesome, that are your favorites. Period of anything, any genre, sensation, tangible, non-tangible, TV, movie, experience, monologues, podcasts, anything. Top three.
Top three: Mario Party,
Mario Party,
Jurassic Park,
Jurassic Park,
The Office.
The Office.
I feel like that was three pretty good things. That was a video game, a movie, and a TV show.
You actually really adapted to it really quickly and well, as though this was a real segment, and I'm very proud of you.
I almost said mangoes, but I was like, I don't think fruit is a part of it. Could that have counted? It sounded like you wanted media. Oh, okay.
No, all of it.
No changes. I don't want to sub anything out.
Fuck that.
The first three.
All right. And then my last question I've been asking randomly, what do we do now?
What do we do now? We commit to stop being selfish Americans and caring about the people around us for Christ's sake. I think after this year, I should be allowed to really punch selfish people. People who are making the active choice to be selfish after all of this has, come to light. I won't be able to tolerate that anymore. I don't want to be around people like that, And I just want everyone to commit to caring about others. Like, we can live in such a better world if you care about the butterfly effect of your actions. It's a big task, but I feel like so many people are thinking about it right now. And if we really implement it, like we're active in trying to be better, we could have a better world for the rest of the time that we're here until an asteroid comes or something.
Yeah. I feel like your bar is really high, the whole caring about other people thing, but let's hope it catches on. I hope it catches on.
Cute.
I don't see it. It's real
cute.
Sounds adorable, but I hope it happens.
You ever heard of New Zealand? They do it there. They do it there. They care about people. It's crazy. Like, they all are like, whoa, how does my actions affect my neighbor? And it's wild. It works.
Yeah, man. That sounds like that's not America. So I don't really have time to learn about places that aren't where I am right now.
Yeah.
Throws me off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then I got to learn and think about it, and there's all sorts of stuff that's happening.
I feel you. Oh, my friend Sierra. Hi, Sierra. Well, maybe
Sierra?
Sierra's my friend from Philly. She's just here. She's just like a Philly friend. But, okay, well, maybe what we do now is commit to helping Quinta move out of America to New Zealand. So I'll be throwing up my GoFundMe at the end of the link at the end of this. And if you could just post that, Malcolm, that'd be great.
I got you. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't really do a lot of post work on this show.
Okay.
Because of how much time and effort it takes.
Okay.
But I heard about, what is this about you going to, where did you say it was? New England? I'm not good at interviews. Okay. I knew it was newer. I knew it was a newer place.
One of the news.
One of the news.
Yeah, New Zealand. They're killing it over there. COVID is snuffed out. No guns. It's pretty tight.
Oh. So you like just living all day?
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm just an optimist. I'm
just all day. How do you keep your optimism in the midst of all of this? I go between really excited to determined to depressed and sad and drinking to maybe I need to do something in order so that I don't become a piece of shit. How do you make sure you're not a piece of shit? How do you do it?
You try really hard and you forgive yourself when you are a piece of shit. you have to forgive yourself too. That's the part I think that's important for all of us in all this. We're not going to be perfect like all the time, but we can strive to be, and we can forgive ourselves and others, but at the same time require that we all do a little bit better. I think that's been what a lot of people have been learning during this time, especially as it pertains to like race relations, like watching like white people wake up and be like, oh my God, like whiteness. Quinta, did you know whiteness is crazy? I'm like,
Did you know?
did you know about racism?
Are you
Like,
getting phone? Are you getting phone calls? Are you getting Caucasian phone calls?
I've gotten Caucasian. Most of the Caucasian people in my life know to leave me alone. Like my Caucasian bosses and stuff, they just didn't contact me for weeks, and I appreciated that. They know me well. They did not contact me for weeks, and that's exactly what I needed. And then I have a group of friends that's like primarily Caucasian, but all of them were more turned up than I was during like this time to be better people, and that's what is important to me from the people I know who benefit from whiteness.
Yeah. I feel like it's just sometimes it's just tiring because you're just kind of like, you still then have to go back to work. Do you know what I mean?
That's been really hard for me. Yeah.
Do you feel like places like New Zealand, it's led by a woman, right?
Yeah. So cool.
Do you feel like there should be more women leaders, or there's enough? Yeah.
I think that there should be sure for the sake of like the discussion of leaders. Yeah, there should be more women leaders, but I do think there should be more. Trying to find the right words here. Less just primary one person leadership and more people for the people. And now I'm afraid. This is why I'm like being censored on Instagram, because I think they think I'm like a socialist fascist, but I'm not.
I try and give context to everything. I love it because I feel like I put this out so we can just say whatever, you know what I mean? But I also try to protect everybody, you know what I mean?
Instagram is banning me. I like you not. Instagram is literally.
Are you banned right now on Instagram?
I'm not banned. I'm just like something's going on.
I love it. I feel like I picked timely guests. Like you're from Philly. Yeah. Like you're got issues on Instagram. Shit is hot. It's fire.
It is. It really is. Like, I'm not playing mouth. I'm not going into it because I know they're listening, so I'm not going into it. But
don't go into it. I'm gonna protect my sister.
Thank you. I just think that I want more of us to stop depending on just the one leader in charge and to start trying to do community work for each other. Do you know what I mean? So it's not like I think that president is great, clearly, in New Zealand. I just think like we all have to stop being like, a woman will do it, a woman will fix it, this guy will fix it, this guy will fix it. Like, we have to do way more, I think.
Do you think that now that Black Lives Matter is a thing, they'll get people on white sets that can do black hair?
Yeah, maybe. I think they're afraid of doing the wrong thing now. I think so. I think they're very afraid of doing the wrong thing now. But it remains to be seen. We'll see what happens. If they start getting black people to do it here in Canada, then we can talk. Then I'll be like, change has come. Oh, yes, it has. But I just don't think that's going to happen.
Come. We all go to junior. I mean, all the black men I know go to junior.
I don't know, but also I'm like, I don't even care. Like, whatever. I don't know. I shouldn't say I don't care. I care about all that kind of stuff, but my focus right now is like on the people on the ground who are like protesting and dying, like, and stuff like that. It's hard for me to care about the industry right now. I'm having some trouble.
Who are the people on the ground that you're talking about?
Protesters, organizers, people who are kind of in the face of the danger, like the Black Lives Matter and issue on the ground. That's like an area where I think people need more protection, you know?
Where are you right now? Are you having we were talking about real shit. Are you
I'm about to get off this live. This is why I'm censored.
I love it. I love it. We'll give you one more. Where are you? Are you in New York? Are you Brooklyn? Are you witness protection?
I'm not telling you where I am, Malcolm. I
Where,
just told you.
Let me come over. Let me come
I'm
over.
in Hawaii.
Okay. Well, where's my ticket?
I don't know what to tell you. I'm not really in Hawaii. I'm just saying that for the sake of this live.
I can't believe we're gonna end.
My name is Annabelle Bresnan. I'm 40 years old and I love America. It's my flag.
Is that your flag?
Prop work for a flag?
I'm not even gonna lie to you. You look as though you've done sketch comedy before.
Thank you.
Just based off of that.
Folded the flag anyway.
I love your attention to detail. Are you excited that you came on this show, or are you regretting it? I'm excited to hear either answer.
I think it's pretty even. I feel very 50-50. This was such a good conversation, but I am worried now.
If it helps, I feel like I'm risking my career every time I do this show. And there's no incentive to do the show. I don't know why I'm doing the show.
Do you have a show? Are you on a show now? A television show now? Right now?
I theoretically, yes, I'm on a TV show, yes.
Oh, you can't talk about it?
I can talk about it. I just don't like to talk about shows until when they're in the pilot stage.
I totally feel you.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I work. I just feel like you know what it is? I feel like if I can't get black now,
yeah.
When am I?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
This is the opportune time. Show people who you are.
Do you know what I mean?
You're already a great actor. You don't have to prove
I
that
appreciate
part to people.
I appreciate that.
You are. You're very good.
Well, thank you. I think you're amazing. That's why I wore this thing with pink flamingos, because I didn't want to wear a suit, but I wanted to wear something that was like striking and interesting. Because I find you striking and interesting. And,
I wasn't understanding the correlate. Now I see.
Oh yeah, no, I'm good at rounding things.
You really pulled that out of your ass, didn't you? I didn't see. It's like, I don't like flamingos. Where can you read that wiki fact?
Here's the thing that I've noticed is that I have very long starts, but they end very well. They end, if I could just figure out how to just make the ending come sooner.
You did it.
Then I'll have a hit show on Instagram. So
this was a good show. This is one of the best interviews I've ever participated in.
You're one of my dopest guests. You're so professional. You have a million different skills. I was so surprised when you said yes, because I have very low self-esteem. And you're super amazing.
Yeah, I think you're a nice person, so I said yes.
I think that's the key. I think being nice. I think it's that thing you were talking about, where you're just like nice to people, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it at least for a little bit.
Yeah, you should try it. And when all this is over, I'll come join. I've been supposed to join
Yay!
I know, I need to come join. I think about that now, especially that everything is closed, just like all the things I can't do. And I was like, that's the thing I want to make sure I do whenever people gather again. And I'm okay with gathering. Yeah. We
got some awesome people. I think, if in the meantime we're just inside the house being nice to each other, that's like a nice thing. This is the most I haven't smoked or drunk during a thing, because it's like you and Ahmed, like there was both conversations where I just like talked, and it's very, very nice. I still drink because there's.
I am a drug.
You are. I'm addicted. Thank you so much. Is there like a weird thing that you want to say to make this like super weird?
No, I don't have anything. I don't have anything. This is turning weird. Everyone's like, she's got a boyfriend. What happened? What's going on?
Oh, you know what? I rarely read the comments. I think I'm supposed to read them during them.
Yeah, that's part of the live experience. Is you kind of you like no, do your show the way you want to do your show.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Great.
Tina wants to know if she missed the game segment. I have different segments. I had Phil Lamar on, and we did a segment called Voices, where he did Voice Off. Oh, great. Oh, this is perfect. This is how
I'm not
Phil
Lamar. I can't do a voice.
Great.
Off.
It doesn't matter. It's perfect. how are you on at least 4 different cartoon shows?
I am. That's pretty accurate. I am.
All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to play voice off.
Okay.
Okay? We ended it too positive, and I hate how positive it is. So now I got to do something that's awkward and weird.
Okay.
All right, so we do a thing called voice off. That's where you do a voice,
Okay.
right? And I guess the character, the year of the show, and the episode. Let's go. You do a voice. I guess the character, the show, the year of the show, and the episode number.
And
go.
Okay. Of one of the shows that I'm on.
You're gonna do a voice. You're gonna do 3 voices. Each of your voice, I get 3 chances to name the character, the show, the year of the show, and the episode number.
I can't. Okay. All right. Let me do something easy. What show? Okay. Think with it. What shows have we been on? And then you do the voices. Pretty simple. Okay.
What's the rules of the show?
Let me do. Okay. One of them requires throat change. What's
Glottal.
I don't remember the lines though, but let me try.
That's okay. I'll know it.
Give me back my job, Cannon. You're the last person I'm gonna come at with this.
I was close. Okay, wait. Which one is that? Which one is that?
That is Laser Wolf, and the character is the youth.
Okay, well, it just came out. It's fresh.
Yeah, it's fresh. I mean, I'm not Phil Lamar. This game doesn't work with me. I've only been on
perfectly.
like 4 shows, and 3 of those
perfectly.
characters pretty much have the same voice.
It doesn't matter. Next character, you say you do the character's voice. I'll know the name of the character.
All right.
The episode year, and the episode number.
Jamantha, where's my money? Jamantha, if I don't get my money soon, I'll cut you.
Laser Wolf?
Yes, I have one show. Okay, let me try to stitch it up. One of the shows hasn't come out yet, so it's not.
It was Laser Wolf?
That was Laser Wolf, yeah. Do you know the character?
Dion?
There's no Dion. Laser Wolf.
1999.
No.
Laser Wolf.
1999.
You play Laser Wolf.
Yeah, but Laser Wolf was last year. I'm not 1999. I was 9 years old in 1999.
Okay, next character. You do the character's voice. I name the character, the year of the show, and the episode number. Got it.
These are too hard. There's only one.
No, they're easy. They're easy.
Okay, this
they're
is
easy.
one.
I know your work. It's done. It's in here.
You just said 1999.
I have it. I have it in here. I have it in here.
Oh shoot. Oh yeah, Duke. Nope, that's a bad one. I'm gonna tell you it. Big Mouth.
No, I got it. That sounded like your regular voice.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of my voices are my regular voice.
Okay. Well, I think I won that round.
You won. Good for you.
Of voices off.
You won.
Thank you for playing.
You're welcome.
You're the second guest we've had on it, and one of the top 2 on voices off. So
thank you so much. What an honor to be second to Phil Lamar.
That's what I said.
It is an
Thank
honor.
you.
I'm not joking. I am joking a little bit, but I'm not joking. What an honor.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
for being our most recent contestant and guest on Live with Malcolm Bye.
Bye.
Excellent flag word.
Thank you. Bye.
Well, this has been another lovely episode of Going Live with Malcolm. I want to thank our guest today, Quinta Brunson. You can see her next in Magical Girl Friendship Squad. I'm getting all of this on IMDb. I didn't do any previous work. Thank you. You guys were a lovely audience. Is there anything that people want to ask on their way out? Doesn't matter. I'm going to end the show now. Thank you once again. You can see my last interview with the Yvette Nicole Brown that's up, as well as one with Ahmed and with Marquis Richardson of Antebellum. And
You say you want it, but you don't want to give it to me. You say you need it, but you don't want to give it to me. You say you want it, but you don't want to give it to me. You say you need it, but you